Today, gentlemen, is about fatherhood. And if you can look at our program, where we have the expectation of the day, we are going to talk about the role of parenting, the challenges we face, and bonding with others, build with others. So for that reason, I don't take much of the time. I'm privileged to set the ball rolling by inviting one of the speakers, who is Mr. Gitari Dennis, who will help us to divine this topic deeper. Mr. Gitari, you are welcome.
Thank you so much, the MC. As I've said, good afternoon, fathers. I also became a father this year, and therefore I feel last year, it was last year. Last year. We are in 2025. I also feel happy. And therefore, I think I'm in the right place, and I can talk father stuff confidently. I've said I'm Dennis Gitari. I'm the head of junior school. That is grade 7, 8, and 9. Those are the people we are preparing for pathways. I want to start by saying this. Our school population is 710. That's the last time I checked, it was 710. And when I sat down and did my statistics, I found that the number of boys, we are 357 boys. And the girls, they are 350, around 354. That means we are just in the same, the numbers are the same. But we outdo the girls only with 3-4 learners. And that is a nice step. That is a nice thing, because we can say that at least boys are being born. I don't talk of boys so much because I have a girl, but this is a conversation that we have to make. When we look at our school, and because I'm one of the biggest proponent of academics, I deal with purely academics to ensure that our learners are able to get the required content to be able to fit even outside there as they soldier on in the academic journey. I can be able to say confidently, even from the previous assessment that we have been able to do, that girls are doing better than boys. And that is a wake-up call for all of us. And that is the conversation that we are going to have. And I say, even those parents who have girls, at least they are trying to make our girls become better. But our boys, they need to catch up. They need to catch up with the girls in terms of academics, so that we have a deliberate reason to soldier on in this conversation. As a school, we usually started this conversation sometimes back on bringing the boys together, have some elf talks with the men teachers, talk to them how to be a man, how to excel better. And the reason you have come here, both parents, whether you have a girl, whether you have a boy, is to be able to support them as they as they continue with the academic journey. We have a limitation. And I want to say this passionately when I'm looking to the fathers. When you talk of parental engagement, I can tell you, especially this at the end of the term, we have what we call the open days, we have the clinic days, we have the parent meetings, and when we get the data, we find that our women counterparts attend this involvement than us. And therefore, it's good for all of us to start having this conversation. We support our learners. We support our boys. We support our girls in the academic, in everything. And, you know, anybody, even those who are not fathers yet, anybody can be a father. But it takes a little man to be undone. And you can only become undone when you support that boy, when you support that girl in everything. And I want at the end of the day, at the end of the process, somebody was making a talk and he said, one day, when we are sitting somewhere, let that girl of yours, that boy, comes to you and tells you, Daddy, you know what? You are the one who taught me to hold on the future. Let your boy or a girl say that, Dad, the reason I'm in this place, the reason I've reached this far is because you taught me to hold on everything, to be the person I have become today. Because sometimes we are so held up as fathers and we don't have to spend some quality time with our learners, and there is work, you need to provide, you need to do a lot, but it's a wake-up call for us and a deliberate move. We need to be intentional to support our learners in everything that they need from us. When we have this conversation, and one of the data that was collected in school, it was noted that last year only, we had, I'm sorry to say this, I will say it slowly, we had 7 breakups, family breakups. That is divorce cases and etc. in our school. Because as ends, we receive those information. Parents comes, then divorce case, and says, let huyu baba ya huyu mtoto, we don't want to see him in school. Asikunje kuona mtoto wangu. And it's happening. It's affecting our fathers. Us. But the question is, who is supposed to hold the family together? Who is the hand of the family? It's us. It's you. So, and it's good lesson. The biggest lesson is to keep the family close, because there is no one stands with you. Because the family members are the one who will stand with you when everybody walks away. You are talking of 7 divorce cases. And you know, these divorce cases are the men who are being thrown out of the house. Naambia wewe, hivyo unaendelea tuendelee hivyo. Just pack your things, go away. Amen. And when I'm undressing them boys, I don't them. And sometimes I stay in class and you see we are learning a mixed school. And maybe there's something that happened and the boys are becoming, maybe there's something that can happen in class. And maybe a girl come crying. And the boys started crying and I told the boys, hey, boys, we have to be man. Let's be men. Let's support the girls. Because it's not good to see a man crying open. I told them one day, and I shared them a story. One day, I was in high school, in Form 4. And I used to fear this teacher, Mr. Mugambi. He was an independent teacher. And one day, he told us, there's how the teachers comes hiding in the window. And then he says, hey, you, see me in the office. And I was one of them. And at that time, it was so intense. Because actually these days in the 21st century, we don't have corporal punishment. But that time, I can tell you, tulikuwa tunanyoloshwa vibaya sana. And I went because I was in a mixed school. And the deputy principal gave me seats of the best. And because I felt like the tears were coming, and I'm going back to the class where there is girls, I had to divert first and go to the washroom. I cried. I washed my face, and then I went back to class. I told the boys, you have to use the same criteria. Sometimes don't cry when the girls are here. Because I want to tell them that you are a man in this place. And also, I'm happy because also the same conversation is happening with our girls, our teachers. We have health talks for girls. They meet with female teachers. They talk. They have a conversation. But as the MC have shared, the school data that we have, 40 teachers, 40. 31 are females. 9. Only 9. The 9. That you can see. You can even, I know you can even remember their names. 9 out of the 40 teachers. And why? It's not that the HR is not giving an opportunity for the men. They are applicants, which are their applications. But when they come for interview, female turns up than men. Few men, only one comes. And you have to say, hey, can we take? And even when those men who come for the interview, you see, they are not. There is a problem. And one day, in our interview process, the HR will tell us, let's give them a question. If they are mathematics teacher, I remember Mr. Okoth, Jason, we were able to give him a question. Just do it. Do it for us. Teachers coming from good universities, but the main teachers cannot be able to even do Anglican 7 question. So we need to have this conversation, and that is why you are here. To be able to encourage each other to solve these arising issues, these contemporary issues that are happening in our society and also in our school setup, even outside there. Let's support each other. Support your fellow man. Let's support each other as men, so that we can be able to learn our families, our businesses, and everything that we learn, so that they can also be successful. Lastly, because I don't want to take much time, we want to encourage you to protect our families, to protect our learners, to support them. Because we are fond of seeing the mothers daily checking up on us. How is my son doing on? How is my son going on? How is my daughter? I've seen there's a problem in science. How can you do? But we get few feedback from our fathers. So this is the conversation that we are having, and I'm happy that it was meant in the earliest time possible. Be having more Father's Day to talk and see how can we be able to build our communities, our families, our school, and everything that we interact with. Thank you so much. And I want to repeat the quote that says, anybody can be a father, but it takes a little man to be a dad. So let us be dads. Let us be dads. Thank you.